Welcome to Jeep Beach News and Views, a podcast about everything Jeep Beach in Daytona Beach, Florida. Here are your hosts, Charlene and Kurt from JBR.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to Jeep Beach News and Views after a week off. How are you?
It was a week off. I am good. I'm rested a little bit and
all kinds of fun things.
Are you doing something over there, Rob?
Yeah, Rob is messing with volumes. Okay. Hi, Rob. Welcome back,
hey,
Rob.
Okay.
Did you enjoy your podcast time off from Kurt and Charlene?
I missed you guys.
Oh, did you for real, or are you blowing smoke
not.
right now?
Well, I missed you. Kurt, not so much.
Okay, there you go.
Let's just be honest here.
Smoke blower for sure.
Oh, he's many things I'm not going to call
well,
him.
we did miss you. We did miss you last week, but you know what, Jeep Beach Nation, there comes a time where Charlene just hits a wall.
Yep.
At about 200 miles an hour, and that brick wall doesn't move very well. And so last week, I had to bow out gracefully, but we still got the happy hour show in, so that was good.
It sounded like you had fun.
We did. We were from, I was going to say from the road, which we really weren't from the road. We were from the water.
We were from the water.
Well, you started out the road.
We started out on the road. That we did, and it was a lot of fun. It was a beautiful. We had 3 nights away, I think, and it just, it was only supposed to be 2 nights.
But
and that 200 mile an hour collision with the brick wall I hit on Wednesday.
You needed an extra day,
I needed
extra night.
Extra night.
Yep.
Nice.
But it was good.
It was really good, and it was a lot of fun. And you know what I loved is that we put the top down on the Jeep.
Yeah.
Kept the doors on, actually, because we had to get on the interstate for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we kept our doors on, but put the top back and jumped over. So just south of, so we'll just call it Sebastian Inlet. We jumped over to A1A. Which
Jimmy
was
Buffett Memorial.
Jimmy Buffett, that's where I was going,
Yes.
Kurt. So when we jumped over to A1A, I am happy to say that Apple Maps now has A1A listed as Jimmy Buffett Memorial Highway.
Yes,
and it made my heart so happy. I didn't know what to do, because then suddenly I felt all of this this breath of air, I could exhale finally.
You towed your boat, right?
No,
we did not.
We did not tow our boat.
Friends of ours took their boat. Friends of ours took their boat. And we were going to take both boats, but then we were like, why are we going to go to that trouble and that expense?
It's just you and your friends.
Yeah, so it was just 4 of us.
So we stopped at Hiram's.
Captain Hiram's, and I have a fun story about Captain Hiram's, and I'm going to give a shout out to my new friend down there. We were buying our grandbaby a T-shirt, and a young man walked up behind me, and he goes, "I thought that was your Jeep out there, Charlene." So he's Jamley that lives down in Sebastian Inlet, and he works at Captain Hiram's. And fun story really quick is in 2024, he and his dad, so he and his dad do Jeep Beach with us every single year. They come up and they spend at least 4 or 5 days with us. Sometimes I try to do the whole event time, but being kind of local, they come up a little bit later in the week. But he said in 2024, they got close enough to me where we got to talk a little bit, and which is why he looked familiar to me. But I was like, oh no, maybe he's just got a familiar face and that sort of thing. Anyway, it was long story, fun time to catch up with him. And he was like, Charlene, I was so close. My dad and I were so close to you again this year to get this year's picture with you. But as soon as they got close enough, I had to turn and burn and run off, and I didn't get to see them or spend time. So it was cool to sit there and talk with him and some Jamley right there. Very first stop of the trip, our little decompression trip. And it was a neat experience to hear. And he was like, we love Jeep Beach and what you guys do. And it was just really, really nice to start the vacation. Or like I said, it was a vacation. We'll call it a vacation.
It was a mini-cation.
It was a mini-cation.
Yes.
It wasn't exactly a vacation, but it was a mini-cation that was very enjoyable. So that was fun at Captain Hiram's. And then we did not get off of the Jimmy Buffett Memorial Highway. We decided instead of heading going further south down to Stewart, we just would ride A1A, and that.
How long was the drive from where you?
I don't even know. We didn't pay attention, did we? Didn't care.
It's about, if you do interstate, it's about 2 hours and 20 minutes, and we it took us probably 4 hours.
Ooh.
You think that much? I don't even know. I didn't pay attention.
But you did A1A for a while.
A long while. And we stopped at another little hole in the wall down towards
So you just kind of took your time.
Yeah.
And did you guys stay in an Airbnb?
We didn't. We actually stayed in what's called...
Don't say the name because I'm afraid people will find out about this place.
Okay, we'll talk about that off
We'll talk off air. But it was a great little place. And it actually can't accommodate a lot. So we will be nice. But we found a little hole in the wall in Stewart. Let's put it that way.
Cool.
And it was fabulous. And where we were, it was straight across the water from 3 bars. And so
that have
you
live
had
music.
This bar playing live music, this bar that doesn't play live music over this one. So it was like they alternated. It's almost like they coordinate amongst themselves.
What nights who's playing?
Days who's playing?
Because from all 3 bars,
we
you can
sit
hear
in
the music.
we sat on the seawall little area, lounging area.
This is A1A, so you're talking the ocean, not the intercoastal.
No, this was in Stewart on the intercoastal,
okay.
Just off, and it's really not the intercoastal, but it's just off the intercoastal, right on the water though. And so to be able to just sit there and have a cocktail on a lounge chair, have live music across the water. We ordered pizza one night.
Yeah, we ordered pizza, sat right there on the deck, and listened to the music.
Oh, it was so fantastic! Right there at the little pool.
We were
deck.
saving money.
I was saving
That was probably the only night of that week that Charlene saved me money because we did everything at the house.
Money, baby.
But
one night we did walk around and have dinner. We drove around and had dinner at one of the restaurants, and then the second night was pizza. Third night was I don't remember. What did we do?
Oh no!
Let me guess. Alcohol played a part.
Maybe.
Crabbies.
Oh, one night we had yummy, yummy seafood because we were tired. We had fished all day long. But let me tell you about my fishing excursion. For 40 years, I have been chasing a sailfish. Okay, 40 years, 40.
There was one break last Friday. I think it was the final one. And Kurt was on. It was just Kurt by himself, which surprised me. He's like, she's reeling something in. I don't know what's going on. So I kind of figured.
How about this girl landed her sailfish on Friday?
Nice.
And it was so much fun. I was in tears by the time it was all over and done with. It took me about 25 minutes, 30 minutes to land it. Unbelievable experience and everything I wanted it to be.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So did you eat it?
Oh, no. It's
catch and release?
Well,
tag and release.
You're allowed to keep one.
Right, okay.
But they are not.
And I'm not keeping a billfish.
They're not good.
Well, why? They're too beautiful in the water. And then when we tagged them and they tag them just so that they have the population counts and things like that. So it was a tag and release. And once I just hung over the edge of the boat with our captain and messed with him in the water, and down he dove and away he sailed away. And it just, oh my God, it was literally everything I wanted it to be. So I was so happy.
So you recharged your batteries.
I did recharge my battery, and Kurt caught his very first ever kingfish, which I didn't realize that was his first king.
We really don't kingfish that much, so caught my kingfish.
Yeah, how often you go out there?
Now that we kept.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
That we did
I smoked it when we got home on Sunday, and it was delicious.
Absolutely delicious. Smoked king is good. Kingfish is real oily.
Yeah.
So.
It's like salmon?
Yes. So it's to me, it's better
smoked. You need to soak
smoked.
it. It's best
brine
to soak
it
it, brine it, and all that. But it was delicious, and we tagged 2 more sailfish.
We did
in that
tag
trip.
2 more sailfish. We had a total of 4 hooked up, 1 through the hook, and 3 got tagged.
That was a good day then.
Yeah,
it was fabulous. It was absolutely fabulous.
We lost a big wahoo.
And a blackfin tuna.
And a blackfin tuna.
And the blackfin tuna hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
We saw them.
Good.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, and he was at the boat. And when they grabbed the leader line, it snapped.
Yeah,
it sucks.
And I wanted to dive in after that beautiful black
that one right
tuna.
there would have been
Very delicious.
That would have been sushi.
Oh my goodness!
Actually, it would have been our
More
lunch
than
today.
sushi.
It would have been our lunch today.
We stopped on the way over. We're loading in for Rockville, so we'll talk about that in a minute. But before we do that, that blackfin tuna could have been our lunch today because we stopped at Stoked Pokey and Stoked Poke, and got a little poke bowl.
Yes,
and they're over there setting up at Rockville as well. So Rob, when you're over there with us this weekend, we can get some Stoked Poke.
You know, I'll tell you what, I
great
really miss
partners
them.
to Jeep Beach.
I miss them in Ormond Beach. They had that
I
place
do
open,
too.
and
Yeah.
it's still there. Everything is. I know they closed. And
well,
I would go
and you
there.
know
That was
why?
like,
They
that was
bought a new truck
Is that
to
what they
help.
did?
Yes, because they're getting more and more into the festivals.
Okay.
I just noticed that our bottle was turned, so there I fixed that for you guys. But anyway,
Well,
so
anyway,
they've got
I miss
a new
it.
truck.
I miss that over there in Ormond.
Well, you get to have it this weekend because they're over there
right.
setting up right now
Yep.
for Rockville, and that's what we had for lunch on our way in. So kudos to the Stoked Poke team because
Thank
it
you
was
so much.
delicious.
It was delicious as
my
usual.
my poke bowl today didn't stand a chance. I was so hungry.
It was the one day I'm glad we didn't share because by the time I looked over there, it was gone. And I'm like, I am so glad I ordered my own tonight.
I was hungry. But anyway, with that said, the reason I was so hungry is because we've been doing Rockville things and great partners over at Welcome to Rockville with their team. They came out to Jeep Beach with us and hung out with you guys, on Saturday, I think
Yes,
it was?
it was Saturday.
And said they had a great show with us and had a lot of fun promoting and giving out information. And we're here to give you guys a little bit more about the weekend. It is a beautiful forecast. Number one, no rain, but warm and toasty.
Very warm. Welcome to Hotville.
Welcome to Hotville, Rockville.
But the good part about it is there is more shade, more cooling
They did.
areas
They've
this
talked
year.
about that.
Yes.
They're pushing that now.
Yeah.
So,
It's just people don't realize, just like at our event, we do it in early April due to the heat.
well, really due to the turtle nesting
The turtle
season.
nesting, but also it's not quite as hot as we start getting into May and June.
Correct.
But when you get on that big field, you know, that
And
heat has
in the
nowhere
bowl,
to go.
in the bowl.
In the
In the
bowl,
bowl,
yeah, inside
correct.
the speedway, all of those people. So you think it's not just the heat from the sun and the environment and the atmosphere, but it's body heat. There's
heat.
a ton of people in there, and in a pretty confined. I hate to say confined because really nothing inside the speedway is confined.
it's
it's
big,
wide
it's
open
spread out.
space,
Yeah,
of
it's spread
course.
out.
But you still are putting everybody in the same space, right? And so it just gets really, really hot in there. And so they've added shade stations, cooling stations,
Yep.
water stations. Remember, you can come in with clear, empty water bottles, I think, right? Isn't that the lingo? Because I know that, or maybe you can't come in with it, but once you buy it inside, then they have refill stations.
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
And you got to have clear backpacks, which we will have.
We will have.
We will have.
They're
area
over there.
where we're
Yep.
set up, and we will have
Shirts,
and
yeah, we'll have some
hats and
shirts and hats and
guitar
everything.
picks.
Guitar
Yep.
picks, sunglasses.
keychains, sunglasses.
So we've got some great promo
Slap
items.
bracelets.
Yeah, great promo items and fun things for you guys to have. But the one thing that you guys need to remember is Rockville is cashless. So you need to come with I think you can load your bands the way they do it.
Yeah.
Or make sure you have a credit card or debit card
Right.
or Apple Pay, Google Pay, whatever it is you use. I have confessions to make. I never pull my card out anymore to pay for stuff. Everything I do is Apple Pay.
Apple Pay.
And I had to
Kurt
pick.
knows that. Look at the look on his face.
Yes.
His eyes were rolling when you said that.
Yes. And I had to pick up dry cleaning the other day, and I pulled my card out. And lo and behold, my mother paid for our dry cleaning because I pulled her credit card out accidentally. I was like, so Mom, I'm going to owe you money when your credit card statement comes due because, I take care of her affairs for her and whatnot now, which all of Jeep Beach Nation knows. But by the way, Tootie, we love you. And she said hi to everybody and she was sorry that she missed, but she still engages and watches everything that we do from the very cozy confines of her home.
Yes, she does.
But anyway, so I am an Apple Pay girl for sure. That's free money. You know, when you're tapping to pay, it's like it just comes and goes, and it's free, and you just don't know.
It's on that phone.
I wish everybody knew. I only wish they knew.
I think they
free
do,
money.
Kurt. I think they understand.
I
feel your pain.
I still haven't found it.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, that is not true. He said he was like, I sure wish I had this free money. I sent him $1. So he got free money.
You're
he didn't
rich.
say how much.
Oh, I did find it. She messed up the other day, and I didn't realize I had Apple Pay. And I do.
And he really does have free money. I'm
And
like,
she
somebody paid you Apple Pay because there's money sitting in your
She
account.
opened it up. She goes, "Did you know?" And I'm like, "No, I had no idea."
I don't even. I
it's still
have no.
sitting there.
I might too. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just know that. I don't know.
Apple Pay is the best. So anyway, back to
Okay,
Rockville.
yeah, okay.
Make sure that you've got your Apple or Google Pay set up. You got your credit card or that your wristband. Because I know I saw a lot of people scanning their wristbands
and
to pay.
I'll make somebody a deal if they come by and say they heard this on our podcast. I'll give them something free.
There you go. All right. So there you go. So
How about that?
cashless,
How about
cashless
that?
at Rockville. Lots of shade, cooling stations, and tickets. If you're wondering, should I go to Rockville? Rob, what would your answer be to that?
That answer is absolutely.
Absolutely.
Don't
Well,
walk, run.
run. And you know
Yeah.
what? The tickets are still available. I mean, they have got
Avail?
available. That's like
You're being
Pierce.
cool now.
Pierce the veil. I got you, Aurora. Pierce the veil. That's intern Aurora's favorite
That's kid
band.
talk there.
Yeah.
And she getting to see them Friday.
Is
She's
it
so excited.
Friday or Saturday? I don't remember what
Friday.
day, but
It's
anyway, is it
Friday.
Friday?
Yeah.
So I can't wait. I'm staying Friday night late so I can go see Pierce the Veil with
Yeah.
Aurora.
So, you know, I'm getting old now because the bands I want to see are usually the older ones that play
Earlier in the day.
You know, like I want to see Crossfade. I want to see Candlebox.
Yeah.
See,
you
I
know,
don't know any of
and
those
they're all-
bands. I can't wait to see them all.
Well, I tell you what, I've got them coming up at some point during our happy hour
Okay.
when
okay.
we do our happy hour on Friday, so you'll know who they are.
So I'll be prepping
course, they've
myself
already
for
played.
Saturday and Sunday.
Prep
You
for
know.
Saturday, but Crossfade they play Thursday.
Okay.
Okay.
Candlebox is Friday,
Gotcha.
but our happy hour, I'll play
We'll
them
be
anyway.
playing. So everybody watching this this podcast or listening to this podcast right now, catch the Charlene and Kurt Pirates and Mermaids Happy Hour show on Friday at 5,
right.
and you too
And
will
if you
get to hear
miss it-
some of these bands.
And if you miss it, we do it again on Saturday at 5.
Okay, very good. There you go.
And,
There's a lot that happens during
there
Jeep
is.
Beach,
Well,
during Jeep Beach and after Jeep
after
Beach
Jeep
and
Beach.
year round. And but go to welcome-to-rockville.com. Check out how you can still get your tickets, because as of today, when we're over there loading in, we were told that there are still tickets available for every day. And you don't want to miss it. It is really going to be fun, and the weather's going to be great. So you don't have to wonder if we're going to
And
be
come and see
dodging
us.
storms and stuff. And with that said, let's bounce really quick to some Jeep Beach things, just a few Jeep Beach things. Registration, you've got till the end of the month to get your $80 early registration, okay?
right.
None of the add-ons are open yet, but come June, we'll start opening up add-ons.
Correct.
And we've got some pretty cool new experiences up our sleeve, I do
We do.
believe.
We went to one yesterday,
We did, and
but we can't talk about it.
We can't. That's just a
I'd have to
tease.
kill you, Rob.
It's just a tease.
That's fine.
It's just a
I'll
tease.
wait. I can wait.
Okay.
But we're working on finalizing some details of some really cool new Jeep Beach rated adventures.
Met with a new rated restaurant today that'll be coming aboard. So,
So
excited about
see,
that.
we're only 3 weeks from the event, from Jeep Beach 2025, and we are already diving headfirst into Jeep Beach 2026. And why such an early start, Kurt? Because we're not just planning Jeep Beach 2026. We're also planning,
Jeep Freedom 2026.
which is going to be so incredibly gnarly and rad. I don't even know what to say.
You're still doing that Pierce the Veil language, huh? Gnarly.
Yeah.
No, gnarly and rad was my lingo back in the
okay.
80s.
That's true.
Well,
They don't-
the great
kids don't
part
say
about
that.
Like
it is
totally Valley Girl
Yes,
time,
you're
remember?
right.
we have a lot of our Jeepers who are Harley riders.
A lot of our
So
Jeepers.
Charlene and I and a couple of our board members are going to be out in Sturgis for Bike
We
Week.
are. We are
And we're going to
indeed.
be set up with all of our Jeep Freedom stuff at the Buffalo Chip. So cannot wait to start hitting this cross demographic.
And the other thing is if you're wondering, should I register for Jeep Freedom also? The answer to that is yes. What are you waiting for? Because it too right now is open at jeepfreedombuffalochip.com. And guess what? It's $80 also right now. In June, everything goes to $100. The registration, it's a normal registration. And I am so stoked about both events because both are going to be so different from each other. Number one, you're not even going to know. If you've never been to Jeep Beach, then don't worry about either one, right? Come to both. But what I should have said and what I was trying to say is if you've been to Jeep Beach, Jeep Freedom will look nothing like Jeep Beach. That's what I'm going to say.
Again, to register, can you go to jeepbeach.com and is there a link that'll send you over?
You know what? I have no clue. That's an IT team question.
All right.
And I need to vet that.
All right.
I need to go investigate that. That's a great question.
Right. But if you go to Jeep Freedom,
there should be a link to go back and forth. So we'll make sure that happens. How about that?
But if you go to Jeep Freedom Buffalo Chip,
it's jeepfreedombuffalochip.com.
Yep.
And you can go ahead and get registered for that. Camping link is already live on the website.
We've already got people who have
booked hotels. We've got vendors that are about ready to strangle us because we haven't got them signed up yet for Jeep Freedom.
Really?
Yes.
But we're not ready to get them signed up yet. I mean, we're ready, but we don't have the infrastructure built yet to get them signed up. So that little segment and little nugget of building the IT infrastructure, that's what we're waiting on. So come June is what we're telling everybody. Your participant registration goes to $100. And in June, we will also open vendor registration for everybody. For both events. And again, very unique events. You don't have to wonder, well, if I do one, then I don't need to do the other because they're going to be the same thing. False. Completely false. Completely false.
In Sturgis,
open trails.
It's a different world.
And it's a world that if you have never been and you have never seen it, you need to go see it. The Black Hills of South Dakota are... It's truly speechless. There are not a lot of things that leave me speechless, as we all know. And being out there was so surreal. You just gotta do both with us next year.
That's right.
So start saving your pennies. I'm saving Kurt's pennies now so that we can make both happen. All right. So there's lots of things happening already in motion.
Come see us at Rockville this weekend.
Yeah, we'll be there Thursday till Sunday.
Yep, we'll be there.
All right. We love you guys. Jeep Beach Nation. Have a great kickoff. Can you believe we're almost to Memorial Day?
I know it.
And that means summertime.
Yes.
So,
well, it's summertime here all the time.
It is summertime.
But we're
in the JVR Tiki Bar, but now the weather is also presenting
itself. And we're
also,
because of our listeners are all over the country, some places.
And the world.
Yes. But some places just don't have the nice weather.
Right. Yet.
So that's
Come on.
Memorial Day weekend.
Let's
go.
All right. We'll see you guys real soon. Love ya.
Bye, guys.
That's a wrap on Jeep Beach News and Views. Be sure to subscribe for future automatic downloads to your favorite podcast player app. Got a comment? Or would you like to be featured on Jeep Beach News and Views? Email us at radio@jeepbeach.com. That's radio@jeepbeach.com. Until next time, keep all four on the ground and your tops down.